Good morning, all of you. So we'll continue with the numericals on the electromagnetism. So this will be, I think, today's last class. So we'll try to take some different numericals in that one. Okay, let's first do this problem, and we'll go back to yesterday's problem. Yesterday, in the end, we discussed one last problem, no, in Aribari. So that we'll see that one. Huh? I feel some correction is there. So first we'll work out on this numerical so that we'll get an idea. We'll go back to the previous problem. Okay, this is the, before this, let's have some background. What is the method b bar dot dl? Okay, if this is the loop, okay, there's a loop. So let there be a current carrying y area. So what is the value of b bar dot dl for each side? It is placed at the midpoint. So what is it for total loop? How much will write? I think from starting I'm doing here. So for how much value of b bar dot dl for each side should be, I think this we know it by 4. So I'll divide for each side of length L. What is the value of b bar dot dl for each side means definitely our answer will be 1/4 of this one. Okay, no problem till here. No, instead of this, so let me make a line infinite. It's the same, I kept it. What is the value of b bar dot dl for this particular line? What actually meaning of that b bar dot dl? I'll draw a, so what these are lines of force. Okay, that one. So this will be, so how many lines of force will intersect this side? Those many lines of force will intersect this side. Is it okay? That's why 1/4. Now, if I make this infinite, then let's do one thing. It is placed very close to it. Huh? It is placed very close to it. I'll move it. I'll draw some, I'll take the blue color one. Yeah. And what should be the b bar dot dl due to this wire linking this infinite plane or line? Shall we say off of them will go there? I think somehow we have to come from here. Our thinking thought process should come from here, and these are the lines of force. Half of them will link, no? So what is the b bar dot dl for this line means? What shall I write? Mu naught I by 2. Will I agree this? this is what we are going to apply in the previous problem. Okay, first we'll do this problem. So plane of paper, invert the plane of paper. Okay, there is a line along QP. B bar dot DL along line QP. There's a line PQ. Current in the wire is 4. So we have, this is 1, 4 I naught, and B is perpendicular to plane of paper. Current in the wire A is 4 outward plane and current B is inward plane. The value of B bar DR along QP is, there's a diagram given. Find the value of K. There's a diagram given. Okay, now tell me like, what is the B bar dot DL due to each wire should be off of it. Along PQ. This should be equal to off of it mu naught 4 I naught. I think I had to write like this here. Okay, why that by 2 should come? There's the reason. Will I agree this? I think somehow we should go back to our basics. Huh? I think whenever anything situation comes, we should always stick on to basics here. That B bar dot DL is some sort of like a lines of force linking only, it will tell us the information. Why that off, this off is, any reason we should give? Off of the lines of force will link the line PQ. This is not exactly, we should say, for logical explanation we are putting due to each wire.
Sir, one is outward, one is inward, sir. So it should be, just subtract.
This is B bar like this, no?
He didn't mention the he didn't give the diagram.
No diagram, this is a given. No?
Okay, sir.
Okay, shall we go back to yesterday's problem? I think this particular basic thing I have forgot. I was just involved in some more. Yeah. Yesterday, I think. Let me just wait. I'll check the. Kaushik reminded me yesterday this particular basic thing. Yesterday, immediately after class, he told no, so like half of that one is linking. Please think over it. Then I drew diagram and everything. Okay, now we brought answer. So definitely what will happen? So there's a line, no? So what all that B bar dot DL that is generated, only off will link this. Then same superposition only. So therefore where that 2 I should introduce? Here in this equation. Okay, I think where we have to, yeah, this particular 2, it should be brought here. Okay, then it will be. Again, it's a superposition only. Okay, we are not going to anything that one. So this 2 will come. I think we even changed our option. So it should be this one only correct. So it's a very basic. So why that 2? Half of that will link. So that 2, what happened? Don't write 2 here. It should be here only. Half of that b bar dot dl will link the line P. So that 2 should come here. No, you should not, even if you write here, I think not justified, I feel. Huh? Conceptually correct. Not it's minus infinity by 2, all divided by 2 it is. So I think Ampere's circuit law. So somewhere we should be alert. That's what I feel. Huh? Okay, we'll take the next set of questions. This will be, I'll be testing your integration mathematics. Read the question, I'll set the diagram. Already this such thing you came across in electrostatics, if you can remember. This is the is asking that to be on circumference. So if you finish off this circle, it will be not needed. I think it's understood. Yeah, let's get into. It's asking the field at point P, where C is the center of circle, center of the arc. Geometry based possibility of asking. So some simple idea is involved here, no? At point P, it was asked at point P. Okay, let me assume two symmetric elements. So let this be the theta. If this is theta, this should be the theta by 2. And let this be small r. This is capital R. This is d theta. This is the angle subtended by that. So how high dl? So this is dl. This is the current I know, which is flowing here. Now, what is this angle? This angle is 90 degree or so what is the angle between I dl bar and what is the angle between IDL current element and the radius vector? There's a radius vector, no? Or the position vector. So 90 plus theta by 2, I think problem is solved. I think this was the difficulty what you are going to face. If you are calculating at C, then this R bar and the IDL bar will be 90 degrees. So what is the angle between current element and this position vector? 90 plus theta by 2. So let's write the dB at this particular point. dB equal to mu naught IDL, angle between them sine of 90 plus theta by 2, 4 pi r square. What is small r? Small r will be 2r cos theta by 2. Now what is DL? DL should be R d theta. This is dB dash, we'll write. Now sine of 90 plus theta cos theta by 2. R d theta 4 pi, small r will be 2r cos theta by 2. Square of it, no? Yeah. So this everything will become mu naught I. One r get eliminated. This will be 16 r, 16 pi r. Like this, shall we assume one more element? Tell me how what shall we do here? Resultant one. We'll add up the net field. This is due to one element. Due to two elements, it should add it up. So therefore the net field at point P should be equal to 2 dB dash. So this everything will come outside 8 pi r. What should be the limit? I assume two elements. There's a one thing. So therefore 0 to pi we cannot take. 0 to pi by 2 because select this element, no? So this d theta, if I rotate from 0 to pi by 2, I'll get the required thing. So this is the theta equal to 0 degree line. And this will be theta equal to pi by 2. Anybody, I think I'm unable to recollect this formula. Let me help with the formula.
Secant 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus 1.
No. Integral of secant theta.
Secant theta minus tan theta.
I think one theta we should adjust, no? 2 theta should be adjusted further. So this will become 2 secant theta . Okay, why this 2? Because theta by 2 and theta is there here. So this one more. Yeah, okay, simplification of this will be mu naught I 4 pi r log of 1 plus root 2. Simple mass-based application. Either in electrostatics also we discussed, I think, something potential, electric field, here the magnetic field. Let me scroll down. Yeah. Same question, huh? Both are different colors. Yeah, same question. Look at that. I think it's a part of ellipse, no? I'll proceed like this. So this is it may appear quarter circle, but it's not like it's a part of ellipse, 1/4 of the elliptical curve. So this is the current carrying wire. Yeah. So this is that wire A greater than B. I think it's visible for you, no? This is A, this is B. How the lines of force due to this will be? How the resulting lines of force? I'm trying to confuse you by giving lines of force. Lines of force will be concentric circle. In exam, no need of drawing diagram. You can stick on to the basics. To make you understand, I'm taking help of diagram. Extreme case, okay, analyze to the diagram. Okay, look at B bar at several points. Yeah, this is the thing. Okay, look at the B bar, and this is our curve. We have to calculate, this is that particular curve on which, and here the direction of this one. So what shall we do here now? At different points, look at the angle made by B bar with the DL. Here you assume DL. It's a current carrying element. I think F equal to amperes force, F equal to I L bar cross B bar. Here you look at the DL bar and B bar, DL bar and B bar. Angle at several points is different. So how to make out this? Yellow colors are the lines of force produced by that long wire where current I, yeah, okay, here this small I. Shall we take small element like previous problem? Well, take help of mathematics or any idea you want to propose. I'm giving opportunity. Anybody, you can share your idea. Intentionally, I gave wrong marking. Okay, this should not be the, I'll put tick all so that any one of option can be. Effective length, shall we go for effective length? It is as good as from A to B, no? But sir, angle between them. So irrespective of this, whatever you keep, suppose if some current carrying loop is kept in a magnetic field, what you do? You're going to go for effective length, no? DL bar. So therefore the entire equation df is equal to B into I into dr. B is equal to mu naught I by 2 pi r. Okay, this is I, this is dr. So mu naught I 2 pi, this is dr by r. Now what should be the effective length? I think one problem I discussed in the regular class, it was based on this idea only. Shall we put limit from A to B? log B by A will come. Sorry, effective length should be B to A. Force of interaction on a quarter elliptical segment given by. Is it justified? And what about the direction? Can we say anything about direction? B bar current. So it will be minus K cap. No, yes, given plus K cap. That is ruled out. So what about the this one? So this option D is totally ruled out. What about the option A and B? I'm getting 2 pi in the denominator. Can we think like this? Because he has placed something in the. Anybody, any objection or okay, fine, answer? No problem. Shall I go for next, or if you want to do any correction, you can suggest me. Direction, I'll go for minus K cap. Okay, this is very important, sir. What is the basis you are thinking like this here? So that's what here like it. So you know to take small element. There's a mistake what usually we do. A small element here we'll assume. Then we'll assume small element. Then B bar DL. Okay, if you want to try it, no, finally you'll end up with the same answer. Please do think some questions of this kind can come. This two I'll add up so that it will make it out. So this should be the correct option. Effective
Option
length.
B is correct, no, sir.
No.
We can multiply and divide with.
Correct, sir. We can take that square outside the log.
Oh, 4 is there. Huh? Okay, then I'll make it. Mathematically, fine. A square by B square. Okay, then. Okay, this please do remember this very troublesome questions. Same idea. You think on it. Specifically, I'm giving this one. Find the magnetic force on the arc. Answer will be 0. You must think, all of you. Let me take this one. Yeah, some SHM ideas will bring it. This is again very popular. I think it's there in most of the books. Read the question first. The loop is first you get that equilibrium. Find the current in the loop. Okay, read the question. Meanwhile, I'll construct the diagram. Okay, this is the triangle. We'll take it. So this is theta, this is theta. This is the line PQ, which we are interested. So what is the distance? So the loop is in equilibrium for y naught is equal to, call this is x. So what is the tan theta? Equilateral triangle of side length. Okay, theta we know, no, not needed. Theta will be 30 degrees. So therefore we'll get the value of x. So tan theta sine theta equal to x by y naught. Sine theta sine 30 1 by 2. Y naught is root 3 by 4. So x equal to root 3 a by 2. So what is the length of the rod PQ? Equal to 2x. So equal to root 3. Effective length is what the loop is in equilibrium means. What force is acting on this wire AB? Equal and opposite force should act on the remaining segment. So what is the force acting on this wire AB? For equilibrium mg, its mass is m. Its mass is m, that one. Who will balance the weight of this? So shall we assume the direction of current? I. Actually, there should not be any flow of current here. So shall I say that magnetic force effective length PQ BI into PQ should be equal to mg. B into I, PQ is mg by. Why I should take that PQ equal to because the current is not flowing. So what is the effective? The current flows from ear to ear. What is the effective length? The effective length is nothing but equal to PQ. Are you getting now? So the same previous problem, what the same idea is what we are going to carry on here. See that one. This will be like, what is the effective length of this? Should be equal to PQ, that one. So I'm going to replace this with a current equal to I, because here though current is flowing, okay, this part we need not to bother, no? Only we have to replace this with an equivalent wire. So if you are still not getting idea, the question is this much. So I can replace this with an equivalent. A current I is flowing. So what is the so here B bar is like this. So B bar I in current. So the magnetic force will act like this. FB balanced by total weight of the loop, not weight of the wire PQ. There is nothing called a wire PQ. Effective length of PABQ is what? PQ. Okay, this is about we got the current now. Now it's in equilibrium. Slightly I displace it. Then it's going to execute SHM. Why not value how much? Root 3 by 4, you know. So sorry, I did mistake. Tan theta it should be. Okay, okay, I'll do correction. Tan theta 1 by root 3 x equal to a by 4 a by 2 please make correction. Uh, it should be tan theta. Okay, next part of the problem. I'm going to displace it slightly. So what is mg will remain as it is, no? So if I displace the loop slightly, let me take, this is the reference line. Earlier the loop diagrams not coming. Not slightly, it is displaced here. No, tell me like what is some additional force, BL force will be increased, no? So earlier this was a PQ. It was Y naught. Okay, now it is being displaced. So this will become Y naught plus Y, and the PQ was here. Now P dash and Q dash will come into picture. So here is what everywhere magnetic field is present. Diagram not needed. If you are unable to think anything here, take help of diagram. Otherwise, mathematically you can manage this. There's no magnetic field below P dash Q dash, no. So the weight of the loop as usual will act here. So additional now net BL force will be upward, no. So no, this will be earlier FB and say mg. So now FB dash will act here. So the net acceleration will be upward. So MA equal to FB dash minus mg. What is FB dash? We should write. Additional length, additional, say like earlier. So now what is the now additional length? Okay, this much is some additional length came into picture, no? So that force acting on that yellow color additional length what will become a restoring force. Able to think? So this is, so there's the best way of analyzing problem now. So if you want to calculate that additional length, do calculate, or it's left you any method. So FB dash is what? So FB dash should be equal to what? PQ B into I into P dash Q dash minus mg. So calculate that additional length P dash Q dash, or P dash Q dash you calculate, then get the restoring force. So this will be MA. I'll proceed with the mathematics. So I let me adjust here only things it will be. BI, so this P dash Q dash root 3 by 4 A plus Y. This is what that one, no? Tan theta What is x? X is equal to root 3 a by 4 tan theta. What is x equal to root 3 a by 4 tan theta? So additional distance has come. That additional distance has come. So due to getting added y. So this, if I cancel out, what will be left over? A is equal to 2bi by this acceleration will be proportional to negative of displacement. So therefore time period will be root 3m by 2bi. Sir, how you are writing this? Look at the geometry here. That additional length is what p dash q dash is what you should calculate from the diagram. Any other shaped loop can also come. Just be alert. Huh? Let's take this one. Read question, I'll have water. Try to think in terms of the electrostatic force and also magnetic force. Both the forces are acting. So what can be the resultant path here? Initially they are here. There's a charged particle. And there's another charged particle. Electrostatic attractive force will act and they'll start accelerating. Because of magnetic field, they'll get deflected. So what should be the path of this charged particle? It will have velocity v, it will get accelerated, likewise velocity v. Then magnetic field outer plane, Fleming's left hand rule. So b bar, so the force should act, magnetic force should act downward here. And what about this? This should be, velocity will be in this direction. So b bar, and the velocity. So the force on this also should be downward. So how the forces, resulting forces will be acting on this, it will be acting in this direction. On this, it will be in this direction. B bar everywhere is outer. Yeah. Look at this. This is the B bar. In both the regions, it is there. Huh? So how the path is going to be a curved path. So rough diagram I'm giving. No, somewhere when they are here. Okay, this will be positive. This will be negative. Both will be on same horizontal line. Yes, it has to be. So both will be on same horizontal line after some time. So what are how the velocity vector will be directed? Any other forces that are going to act? How the magnetic force? The magnetic force should act B bar out of the plane, so should be in this direction, F plus. Similarly, the magnetic force FB, I'll write it, FB plus. And the magnetic force on this should be FB minus. Electrostatic force will be in this direction, FE and FE. This much is what we can write the equation. Find the speed of negatively charged particle as a function of its x coordinate. Initially, what was the separation? It was equal to A. Its x coordinate is telling. So if you look at this will be at a distance 6. This will also cover a distance 6. Or if you take this as the origin, no? So its x coordinate is telling, better we'll take in this way here. So this should be 2a minus 2x. That's separation between.
Y-axis.
What happened?
He's asking as a function of x coordinate, x is distance from y-axis. If we take that, we can get it easy.
This will be better, no? Yeah. X coordinate is asking, no? Coordinate means, okay. Okay, now solve this problem. Can we apply, what is the work done by magnetic force? 0. So we'll do work on the electrostatic force. I'll apply conservation of mechanical energy. So initially, K Q square by 2A should be equal to minus K Q square by 2x plus 2 into mv square by 2. No need any mathematics. Find the y component of velocity of the negative particle as a function of its x coordinate. It's asking to get the y component of the velocity. In fact, this is Vy, this is Vx. Is asking this y component. How to bring y component? Can we apply conservation of linear momentum? Of course, they were released from rest. Something we have to think on this. Let's calculate total force on any one particle. Let me take the negative particle. Total force acting on negative particle. It should be electrostatic force minus Fe into I cap plus magnetic force, so negative charge particle, component of velocity minus Vx I cap minus Vy j cap cross B k cap. B bar into the plane. Oh, okay, B bar out of the plane. Okay, this. Okay, on negative particle, it is understood. So this should be equal to minus QE I cap I cross K minus G. So this will become J cross K will be I. So Vy I cap. So this everything will become QE minus BVy into I cap QBVX J cap. Q should be there. Yeah.
BVY minus E.
What shall I write?
BVY minus E.
BVY minus C.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. He's asking the y component of velocity. So shall we break up this? This will have two components of acceleration. So therefore y component of velocity, so this will be m dvy by dt should be equal to minus q b vx. Vx, I'll write dx by dt. This dt I'll eliminate. qb by m into dx. So initially y component of velocity was 0. Initial separation was a between them, and finally when separation is x, so by is equal to qb by m x minus c. Negative sign, I think I missed negative sign. A minus x, I'll write it. Some purely math based, no concept, nothing. We have to search. There's no concept here. We have to do analyze kinematics. What best I can do. What are like a, I think such questions in exam you have to be alert. Better to postpone. Put in the end. Time comes. If it flashes, okay. Otherwise, I think we have to fight with lot of mathematics. So just be careful. Any kinematics based question comes, no, just little bit alert. Look at the time parameter also and analyze it. How Vx will be x by t? It's accelerating, no? Okay, magnetic. This question, did we discuss magnetic pressure? Earlier, did we? So this is the. Anybody just reply if this completed, okay.
No, sir.
Regular class. No, okay, then let me do it. Then.
In the regular class, I don't remember, sir.
Regular class only.
This revision program, no, sir.
No, that I know. Regular class I'm asking. If anybody having sharp memory. No. Okay, then let me continue this. So there's a, let me draw the diagram. So this is the conductor current carrying plane conductor. So this is the, so the field on either side magnetic pressure. Will discuss two problems, and I have brought two very good numericals are there. This is a very general one. Other one, due to rotating one, will bring it. Look at that. There's a direction of magnetic field. So there's a sheet, current carrying sheet. There is an external field, current carrying sheet kept in an external field, and we do have the field on this side. It is B2. The field on this side is B1. See, I think you should take help of this one. So definitely what happened, the external field we don't know, and there's some current is flowing inside this sheet. The resultant magnetic field above on the right hand side, on the left hand side. So where the field is more, the spacing between the lines. So B1 greater than B2, looking at the diagram. The first thing, current carrying sheet, it is. You look at the advanced paper, till now we don't have questions on what like, magnetic pressure. So there's all possibility of asking magnetic pressure. Please do revise the thing which has not yet appeared till now. I'm not talking weekend final exams. Okay, let's get into the problem here. So we'll produce the current carrying sheet and external field is there. I'll close the windows. I'm feeling extreme cold. Unable to write properly today. Chill, very chill weather. Okay, no, this much is this. So get into the. So let's assume a current in the sheet. So like a current carrying sheet here, no. So in what action you can suggest the current here, no. Okay, then B1, B2, I'll come later on. So shall we assume current into the plane? So let me. Okay, there's a sheet. Just draw a small diagram. Wait, I'll construct the diagram. Look at this. This is the sheet. Here, let me assume a current into the plane. Let me bring a small strip. So here in what action it will produce field? The field produced by the sheet will be BS, I'll write it. It will be in this direction. Field, external field, let it be like this. Agree now? So BS is what? Field produced by the sheet. BS is by sheet. B is external field. So definitely you can see the resultant of these two what happen will make the field strength little bit less, spacing is more. Both will get added up on the left hand side of sheet. That's why the strength is more, so spacing is less. So therefore first equation what you can write it as like a BE plus BS equal to BE B1 and BE minus BS equal to B2. Adding up these two to BE equal to B1 plus B2 or BE equal to so therefore what is the value of BS will be BS equal to B1 minus B2 by 2. Okay, we got now. Okay, now so what is this? This particular current carrying sheet, this is the current carrying sheet. Find the magnetic force acting per unit area of the plane. Nothing but is I'm asking magnetic pressure here. So per unit area of the plane. So this is that plane which I considered. On there's a plane. So shall I say that F equal to BIL idea you bring it. If a current carrying wire kept in a magnetic field will experience a force, similarly the same thing. Here current carrying sheet kept in an external magnetic field will experience a force. That force per unit area is what that is being asked here. So let the length of this sheet be X, this be Y. So what is area? X into Y. Now, what is the this field produced by the sheet? We should know the current, no? Because its current is flowing. Then when it's produced. So any formula for BS? If a current carrying sheet, anybody? Mu naught lambda by 2. Current per unit width, lambda. Lambda is, will assume something J something here. BS. Now from where this I brought? If a current flows in a sheet, what is J? Current per unit width. Current per unit width. Can you remember Ampere's circuit law using that? If a current flows along the sheet, then the magnetic field is given by mu naught J by 2. Still not getting. I think this is what the diagrams we had. So here the sheet will be like this. So here the B bar will be in this direction. Then what is a J? J is a current per unit width. So this from Ampere's circuit law is what I'm bringing here. Okay, no. How much of current is there in this particular width? In a width Y, J into Y, shall we put it here? So the force acting on that small elemental strip should be external field BE. So how much of current? Current should be equal to J into Y into what is the next again? J into Y. What is the length of the wire? X, I'll take it. So what we assumed it. So if you're getting confusion, you make this Y very small. So this Y very small, you take like this and all. So this is like some sort of current carrying wire of length X, and the current is how much? JY. Okay, most of you are saying, sir, oh, I'll make it strip like this. I think this will be much easier for you, no? Look at, no? All magnetic pressures, the imagination should be of this kind only. Now, this is, so shall we say like some elemental wire, length of the wire is X, how much of current JY, and it is kept in external magnetic field. So will it experience any force? Yes, that is DF. So we know what is value of B. We don't know J. So how to eliminate J? So 2 BS by mu naught. Do we know BS? Yes, it is value. So let me write all the values. So B1 plus B2. J, what you can write it as? 2 BS by mu naught into Y into X. Let me go for next step. So DF is equal to 2 BS, what you can write it as? B1 minus B2. So force per unit area. This is nothing but magnetic pressure. What direction this force, this pressure will be? In what direction the DF is acting? And you can see this. B bar, okay, this force will be perpendicular to the sheet. So this particular sheet will experience a force in this direction. Everywhere S.
2 will not be there, sir, in the denominator. Get cancelled.
No, 2 BS I replace, no? Check once. 2 BS I replaced. Yeah. 2 BS I wrote B1 minus B2.
Okay, sir.
That last diagram, arrows I'm showing, that is what the force. Huh? So there may be questions where the weight mg will be balanced. Any questions can come. So this extra this particular field, no, so it explains the force here. So nothing but is asking magnetic pressure. Okay, based on this idea, I'll go for the next question. Please do make observation. This will be very few, only selected, some 4 or 5 numericals are there in the books. Possibility of asking. Even if the JEE advanced also, if it brings no, you may not go for very complicated. What is there in EDO? No, 2-3 questions that based on that only they should ask. I'll scroll down. One more question was there. Just wait, I'll bring one more. Oh, yeah. Read the question now. Yesterday I discussed some concept that has to be applied here. Both are rotating with same angular velocity with omega 1 and omega 2. About the axis they are rotating. Different angular velocities they're rotating. Okay, I think first we should have a certain idea rotating things, so how to do that one. So I'll begin with the diagrams here. So let's have small diagram. So if this is the charged cylindrical shell, long charged cylindrical shell it is. Long, I need not to show that long, fine. Where the charge is, charge will be spread on the surface of it. So you look at the we'll draw an Ampere circuit law here. I think that this such thing I discussed in class, if you can recollect. Look at this one. There's a loop. There's also a loop. So here now, what's happening, like as if this is current is entering into the what is the, if a current carrying sheet moves with a speed v, what is the tangential velocity of any point? V equal to r omega. No, it is as good as like a sheet. No, this edge. This is a very simplest way of doing this problem. This is like a sheet moving with a speed v, and charges sheet. Yesterday we have discussed that formula. Can you remember? If you can remember that, this problem is very easy and you can manage. I think in exams, the standard data, that's what I was insisting that. I'll take you back to the thing. Not there. I think it's visible some. Where it is. Some mu naught sigma v. Okay, fine now. What should be your formula? Mu naught sigma V by 2, no? So the magnetic field should be. You better remember, I suggest you better remember, you do get plenty of questions on this application. If a charge sheet moving with if a charged sheet, tin charge sheet, non-conducting charge sheet of surface charge density sigma moving with a velocity V, how the velocity V tangential to the sheet. The velocity will be directly tangential to the sheet. You can see from all the diagrams what we have. Okay, that one. The field strength is mu naught sigma V by 2. Fine. So now I'm going to take help of this concept directly this and I'll end up the problem. Where is our question? Where we are? Oh, yeah. Now let's come for this. So will you treat this is like some sort of sheet entering? So what should be the field here? Field should be in this direction. So here the field, I'll erase few. Now how the field you have to show it. So it will be like this, no? So this you call BA, BB, and BC.
Sir, field should be 0 outside the cylinder.
Okay, I'll bring it. I'll show 0. How it is 0, I'll show it. Okay, now look at this. What is the magnitude of this? BA, BB, mu naught. What shall I write? Mu naught sigma R V by 2. Don't bring J because there's nothing called like a J will come here. J will come only when current is flowing. So mu naught sigma, what is V? V is V by 2. Or this is equal to mu naught sigma R omega by 2. Okay, till here, no problem, all of you. Now, what is the net field outside? Net field outside O will contribute BA minus BD. Therefore, it is 0. What is the net field inside? BC plus BB, which is equal to how much? Mu naught sigma R omega. Find the magnetic induction B at a distance R from the common axis. I think first let me have this background, then I'll enter into the problem. Will I agree this one? This will behave like a one sheet which is moving into the plane. This will behave like a sheet which is moving out of the plane. So here out of the plane means charge will come along Z axis or charge will flow out of the plane of paper. So this will be like a current flowing out of the plane of paper. So if a long wire is there, so it will produce field in the direction. No? Here BD in the direction, BC will be upward, BD will be downward. Here BA downward, BB will be upward. So the field at this point will be resultant of these two. Also, sorry. Okay, I think I'm the field at this point. So I have to bring points here. What shall we use? Points. M, N, O. I'll put it in order. Field at M, O will contribute. Go back to electrostatics, similar to this one. Field at M is contributed by BA plus BC. This will be 0. Field at O is contributed by field at N is given by BC plus BD, which is equal to mu naught sigma R omega. When you add up those two, we'll end up this much here. This idea is very, very important. You can solve plenty, any problem now you can manage, I feel. There's a standard idea. Field inside the pipe will be mu naught sigma R by 2. Why it is outside 0? There's the reason. Now we have two pipes rotating. So now he's asking field everywhere inside at all distance. So let me take help of this concept here. I'll take this as one cylinder having charge sigma 1. Next we have another cylinder they're having different angular velocity, so show that angular velocity omega 1. They're having angular velocity omega 2. Is asking field at various points. So let's take that points 1, 2, and 3. Now what about field at 1? Wall will contribute. I want you to apply this what I discussed. Huh? You can't derive again, sir. Again, once again, I'll derive it. Gone. You should take help of this idea now. Field at 1 for superposition. So due to this sheet, mu naught sigma 1 r1 omega 1. Due to this sheet, mu naught sigma 2 r2. What are the radii? R1 r2 radii. Okay, the field at point 1 will be. Shall I use 1, 2, 3? No confusion. Or if you want, you can use any other symbols. So field at 1 will be mu naught sigma 1 r1 omega 1. No, similarly, field at 2. Field at 2 due to inner sheet, inner cylinder will be 0. Only due to outer cylinder. Mu naught sigma 2 r2 omega 2. What about field at 3?
0.
Will be 0. See, we should have our fundamentals let's a bit systematic. Then this will be easy to manage this question. Okay, now with this background is asking us to go to the pressure. I'll go for the next we'll have here. If you want, you can use solenoid, but not advisable. Field outside the solenoid will be 0. Field inside will be non-zero. Again, you should bring the solenoid formula. It's left to you, but I like to think in this way only. Huh? Okay, now let's go for the pressure part. Okay, there's a background. Okay, let's about the pressure. Just we need this information. I'll magnify it. I'll come to the lower part of the page. Better let me take one more. How to bring the pressure? I'll start from here. First, let me do on in inner cylinder. Same diagram we can take. I'll shift down, not possible. Let's come to the fresh page. Okay, let's take the inner cylinder. No, how you bring the pressure into the picture. The first problem, today what I discussed, no, the similar method is what you have to take it here. So this is the axis about which they are rotating. This was having angular velocity, omega 1, omega 2, radii r1, r2, sigma 1, sigma 2. So let me assume a strip here. Let me analyze with respect to the strip. Take that small strip, analyze it. See, pressure has to be done only with respect to what force that will act on the strip, no, elemental strip. The same force per unit area will act everywhere. So you need to take the total cylinder. What about the fields here? All will produce field here. The field due to the outer cylinder should be B2. The field due to outer cylinder will be B2. So here I'll take the strip. I'll show it. What are the fields, forces that are acting? No, B2 will be there. And what about here? The force experienced by this layer due to field produced by this layer, no? That is what the force due to that also will act here. So what is the, I think you should really come back to this one. What is the field? What is the total field here? How much it is? Mu naught sigma r omega. That is what the field inside, no? How much the total field mu naught sigma r omega. How did it come? When the superposition of the field produced by these two sheets, what happened? The net field here will be mu naught sigma r omega. Now what happens? Shall I assume that this particular layer will experience a force due to field produced by this layer? So what is the field produced by this layer at the location of this? Should be off of the total field. There's a concept. It's all. Rest everything is very easy. Go back to parallel plate capacitor. The force experienced by one plate due to field produced by other plate. So therefore, the force experienced by this layer due to field produced by this layer. What is the field produced by this layer? That's not BC. So what is the value of BC? BC should be equal to, so here half of it. I'll write B1. So we know value of B1, B2. What we should assume the area now here. What we should do? We should assume here, like it's a cylinder, no, rather than strip, better go for a circular strip here. What force that will act on this? Diagrams. Now get into this one. So what is the radius of this? 2 pi r1. Let delta x be this one. This and let me write delta L for our understanding purpose, that one. Or DL. What is the B1 value for our convenient? First we'll write it. B1 will be B1 by 2, no? So B1 equal to mu naught sigma 1 R1 omega 1. B2 is equal to mu naught sigma 2 R2 omega 2. What is the area of that particular strip? What is the length of that? DL, I'll take it. So that DL is this one. Length, force, no force I needed. So what is DF should be equal to? DF1 should be equal to B2 DI1 into DL. How much of current here? DI1 current is here. Plus B1 by 2 DI1 into DL. What is di1? Current at that particular thing. I'll replace that because there is no current. Actually, charge is flowing. Rate of flow of charge is what? It will constitute current. So what is B2? Let me keep as it is. D1, shall we write it as dq1 by dt into dl? Why B1 by 2? I think this particular strip, what it produces field, due to that, this strip, this like a rotating strip will experience a force, no? So therefore that B1 by 2, it will be there. So this will be mu naught. Let it be as it is. So dq1 by dt into dl. Now dq1 should be sigma 1 into what is the area of this strip? 2 pi r1 into delta x by dt. So this will be b1 by 2 sigma 1 2 pi r1 delta x by dt into dl. Or this is not needed. Let me write dA only. It is y2 sigma 1 into dA. Okay, I think we are near to the answer. df1 by dA. b2 sigma 1 dl by dt. b1 by 2 sigma 1 dl by dt. What shall I write dl by dt? Should be tangential velocity. B2 value of B2. So this should be the magnetic pressure on the inner cylinder. So therefore this P inner cylinder should be equal to value of B2 is how much? Mu naught sigma 2 V2, so like R2 omega 2 sigma 1 V1 is R1 omega 1 plus this will be mu naught sigma 1 R1 omega 1 all divided by 2 into sigma 1 R1 omega 1. I think, okay, there's the answer. If you want, if we can take it out any terms outside, or sigma 1 V1 we could have taken outside. Mu naught sigma 1 R1 omega 1 I'll take outside. So this should be sigma 2 R2 omega 2 sigma 1 R1 omega 1 by 2. This is the magnetic pressure on the inner surface. What direction? How that force? How that force? So again, B bar. So it will be, will that particular magnetic pressure, will it compress the cylinder or will it expand? Anybody wants to answer?
Expand.
No, look at the here, this one. You should look at this one, no? B bar current will compress it, no? Compression?
Expand.
Forces towards right.
Expand.
No. Put Fleming's left hand rule. Current I1. Current I1.
Force will be towards right.
Okay. This one. It will be right. This. It will expand. So what is the effect of this magnetic pressure? The cylinder, inner cylinder will expand. So you may bring again Young's modulus, then tension in this. Okay, let me go for outer cylinder, similar idea. So I think outer cylinder will be very easy. What shall we write? Outer cylinder. What is the field due to inner cylinder at the location of the outer cylinder? Will be 0, no? Will agree this condition? So what is the field produced by the inner cylinder at the location of outer cylinder? Will be 0. So we'll find this diff on outer cylinder. We'll take that one. I'll directly let me orally write this without any diagrams. dF2 should be equal to field produced by the other surface B2 by 2 into di2 into dl. B2 is how much? Mu naught sigma 2 R2 omega 2 all divided by 2. di2 should be equal to dq2 by dt into dl. dq should be sigma 2 into dl should be equal to dl by dt. df2 by dA. dl by dt should be v2. So mu naught sigma 2 whole square. Sigma 2 whole square. So what is this? Pressure on outer cylinder. Why we are not taking? So I think that this should be by this time. Oh, okay, we have complete diagram. What is the field produced by air at the location of air due to the inner cylinder? Not there. Why this two? Why this two? Because again the same idea. The force experienced by this layer due to field produced by this layer will be that B2 by 2 has to be taken. Here B2 by 2, B2 by 2, B2 by 2, B2 by 2. It is like this. Similar to you go for Gauss law, charged non-conducting charge sheet. Similar approach. So I'll give the strip idea. This is like, at least you are able to think from where I brought out this one. Can be asked, this is to the level of advance. It is there in Pathfinder, I just picked up one. di2. So here shall we write, because field by inner cylinder, the location of outer cylinder will be 0. Field at outer cylinder due to is 0. Okay, so we'll take the next question again. It took a lot of time. Please do revise for advance and go. So possibility of asking. No, there's a toroid. So this particular thing is bent. Is asking the magnetic dipole moment of this one. This did I discuss in regular class? Anybody?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Like
sir.
that? Okay, I'll let me go for next one. Okay, simple sum, application based. We'll have a diagram. It will save time. Okay, the ring which we are under concentration is this one. Okay, there's a ring. Rest all everything is that hemispherical, non-hemispherical shell it is. Okay, this try to identify what are the terms here. Anything will happen to ring, current carrying ring. Will it experience any force due to the magnetic field? No, no force. But will it experience any torque? Yes, there'll be torque. Then what is the impact of that? It will try to rotate. So as the ring is fixed to hemispherical shell, the hemispherical shell will also rotate. It's asking that instantaneous angular acceleration. Let's get into the problem. So what is the torque due to dipole moment? It should be equal to m into I into pi r square. So how that, let's assume current here. M bar will act here. M bar cross B bar. So there'll be torque due to dipole moment. Its ring is massless. This hemisphere is having a mass. So now it's a rigid body set free to rotate in a gravity free space. There's no weight. Gravity is preset. So about what point it will rotate? It will rotate about its center of mass. If a rigid body is set free to rotate, it will rotate about center of mass. So let's calculate the torque. mb sine 90. I into pi r squared. So this should be the torque. So then what is moment of inertia? About ICZ axis, this should be equal to torque into angular acceleration. Should be equal to ICZ. So what is the moment of inertia of this particular hemispherical shell? About center of mass. About axis passing through center of mass and parallel to x-axis. This is x-axis. Small I, I'll write it. I not will write it. Let's get into the moment of inertia calculation. First, shall we go for hemispherical shell? For hemispherical shell, what is the moment of inertia? Let me do like this. This will be about xx dash. Thin shell. And what is the moment of inertia? 2 by 5 are MRs. 2 by 3 MR square. Then if I remove half of the hemispherical shell, then also what is the moment of inertia of this? Will it will be same? Then we want about this axis. Now where the center of mass for hemispherical shell will be. Anybody? Center of mass location? R by 2, am I right?
Sir.
If you don't know this, gone, this problem gone. That's what I'm telling this one. Some center of mass of standard objects, you must know. So this is the location of center of mass. So then apply the parallaxis theorem. Ixx dash should be equal to IIC dash.
Torque will be set up through the center of mass of ring. No, because only that part is carrying current. Only that top ring part will have torque exactly acting on it. So the net torque should act along the center of the ring.
No, the ring is fixed, no? Here. So the ring is fixed here. Current is flowing here. So the torque due to dipole moment, what happens? It will try to rotate the ring. It will try to rotate the ring. Since the ring attached to a hemispherical shell, so the hemispherical shell will rotate about that one. So now, what is the center of mass of system will be here. Now you mean to say directly this torque will act here?
No, sir. Torque will act along x-axis only, but then why are you finding CC dash, ICC dash?
Okay, that's what I'll get into the concept. Huh? Okay, now what is Ix dash? 2 by 3 Okay, this is the ICC dash. Okay, now next question comes about what point this system will rotate, about the tau b what I'm showing or about this axis. This is the primary question I think we have to ask ourselves. Yeah. Okay, let's hit with this. No. Will it rotate about, shall we show this torque due to dipole moment? Which one shall I pick up here? About this x-axis or about an axis passing through center of mass? I think you have to go back to rotation mechanics idea.
Both are parallel now, sir. Anything?
No, the alpha is asking, no?
Rotate about x-axis.
No, the angular acceleration is asking.
About x-axis.
No, what is the basic definition of torque due to dipole moment? The torque is set up
Sir,
because yeah.
if you consider the ring also has mass, then the center of mass of ring should not move. And for that, if we then go for the mass of the ring to be negligible, even then the center of mass of the ring should not move.
No, it will is asking angular acceleration.
Yes, sir. If it rotates about this axis like CC dash, then the center of mass of ring, not shell, the center of mass of only the top ring will move, but it should not move because on it there will be no force. Net force will be zero.
No, what is the thing? Actually, it's in a gravity-free space. First of all, if a body is set free to rotate, it will rotate about what point?
Sir, but torque should act along x-axis. It should pass through the center of ring.
No, we are we are setting up a torque. Actually, if if a body is set free to rotate, it will rotate about center of mass or about any other point. It should rotate about center of mass. So that this torque is acting parallel to the axis passing through center of mass. So therefore, the overall effect will be such that it will not rotate about x-axis. It should rotate about an axis passing through center of mass.
Sir, then if the ring has mass, then due to the field, the force on the center of on the entire ring will be zero. Like the net force will be zero. So the center of mass of just the ring should remain at the same position.
Yeah, massless now, sir.
If we after that, if we take the mass of ring is negligible, also the center of mass of ring should be there only, because
Okay,
forces that are causing torque are acting only on the ring, not on the entire shell.
I'll just do one thing. Okay, you tell me if I display this slightly and release, so what do you expect now?
In this case, that force is acting on the entire shell, then it will rotate about center of mass. But here the forces are acting only about the ring.
So there's nothing called here if I slightly displace and release, so no, I'll displace it. So it will come to it should come to like this. Yeah. So this will be the condition now. About what point it will rotate? About definitely
Instantaneous center, ground.
incident center, that one. Nothing to do center, because here the ground has come into picture. Fine. We should not say it is free to rotate about center of mass. There is a thing. So here the body is set free to rotate. So what is the property of a body? According to rigid body, it should rotate about its center of mass. But here the advantage for this is the torque which is set up, what will happen? It is about an axis parallel to this one. So therefore the body is having now tendency to rotate about this. If the ring is having a mass, this having a mass, then together what happen? You calculate the center of mass of system. About that center axis passing to center of mass of system, it will rotate. There's a thing. That's why I'm just going for calculation of moment of inertia. Otherwise, Okay, we could have just ended up here only.
Okay, sir.
I think there's one basic condition, please do remember. Let's take one. Okay, this one good problem is that we'll wind up this one. This I think in current density we have come across, no? So if I branch things, the current will not branch. So this already we are discussing current density. So here current I by 2, I by 4, I by 4, I by 2, I by 2. And this is I. So everywhere magnetic field is into the plane. So such current carrying structures is asking the force. You have to be careful. Now you may pull you to some resistive networks. And each of side length A, the length of each is equal to A, no? I think we should go for effective length. The current it starts from here to, find the force on the structure is asking. So what is the effective length of this? This will be root 2a, root 2a into b into I. But how much of current is flowing here? I by 2. In this structure, how much it is? I by 2. Add up all that one. I think we should break out this into, this is equivalent to like a 2 wires. So now it may drag you to the ideas of current density. So this is what I just wanted to. That everything is this one. Fine. That's simple.
Sir, length is 2 root 2a.
2 root 2a. Okay, that's I'll okay, this one, no? It is 2a, no? This is okay, 2 root 2a. Okay, see this now. So what is the force on each arm? So B bar, B bar, B bar into the plane current. So the force on this will be in this direction. The force on this also will be in this direction. I'm just showing at different places. F dash, F dash. So what is F dash is equal to B current I by 2, 2 root 2E. So total force should be 2F dash. It should be equal to 2 root 2 BI. So we'll pick up this option. Potential of point B equal to potential of point D. Okay, that no doubt we already know. Potential of point O equal to potential of B. This also we know. The magnetic force on the structure is. So now go back to some any current density networks. They may introduce here. Please do remember this one. I think some little bit nice one. Say, I think don't take risk of I'll calculate force on each arm. Then, so I think first of all the current distribution is a big headache, no? So think about current distribution, then get into the calculating force. This very beautiful question. Within 2 minutes, I'll end up. is really troubling a lot. So try to get the diagram. Huh? There is a electric field and there's also a magnetic field. Both are in same direction. Then, so what we have is, I'm going to project a charge particle fired from point A with a velocity, say v1, at an angle alpha. How the diagram? Let me do one thing. So here E bar and B bar both are present. So here a charge particle projected with a speed the proton reaches at point B in the field where its velocity makes an angle beta with the field direction. I don't know. So somewhere here it will reach here. So how it will move, I don't know anything. I'm not very sure that this other point. So will it be on this same line, or will it be here, or will it be below? I don't know anything. Only thing is this velocity vector will make an angle beta with the horizontal electric and magnetic fields. What to do now? He's asking find potential difference between points A and B. How and anywhere how electrostatic force will act? Fe. That's all, no? Because they're charged particle. Okay, let's get into now. What about the magnetic force? Let's try to get the magnetic force. This one. So here B bar and the velocity. Somewhere into the plane. So there also, but what is work done by magnetic field will be zero. So what is the primary concept is work done by magnetic field is zero. Then who will do work? Only the electrostatic field. So let's go for and y component, how the electrostatic force, any electrostatic force will act along y-axis, nothing, no? So what should happen to the velocity of particle along y-axis? Should not change as E bar is along x-axis. So y component
Sir, we don't know if A and B are coplanar.
look at the diagram they're given, conditions given. Y component of velocity must remain constant. Finish. So this will be V1 sine alpha equal to V2 sine beta. So we have sine alpha sine beta, we'll get V2. V2 equal to V1 sine alpha by sine beta. Okay, after getting V2, who will do work? Electrostatic force will do work. So initial kinetic energy m V1 square by 2 plus work done by electrostatic field should be equal to m V2 square by 2. What is the work done by electrostatic field? So that is what change in kinetic energy. And what is work done by electrostatic field in moving a charged particle from one point to another point? This should be equal to Q into VA minus VB, no? Or that is nothing but potential difference. Fine. This is that delta V. Potential difference VA minus VB. Very troublesome questions. Students have to really they have to think very logically here.
Sir, y component of velocity will be equal only if they are in the same plane.
Yes, mentioned it will make an angle alpha with. So I should finish or no?
We don't know if alpha and beta are in the same plane.
No, that is what, see, like definitely if it makes an angle alpha, tell me like there is another force to make it to acquire any other velocity along z axis or any other thing.
It will follow a helical path. So the y component and z component of velocities will oscillate.
So let it be, no problem.
So y component will be equal only when they are in the same plane.
Definitely this will be helical path, no doubt.
Yes, sir. So y component, like when it is going in the circle, y component will decrease, z will increase, and then it will oscillate like that. We can tell y component of velocity will be equal only if a and b are in the same plane.
Net work done by electrostatic field along y-axis, z-axis.
We shouldn't write y component of velocity, sir. We should write the component of velocity perpendicular to x-axis.
That's what, no, yes, see, I made a diagram, so therefore I'm writing here. See, without diagram, I cannot explain. So therefore I just assume diagram. So keeping that diagram, I'm writing it here. Component of velocity is perpendicular to E bar. What is the perpendicular to E bar? It should be the y and z axis only. So here y-axis is what I'm taking here. I drew some diagram, no, corresponding to that, I'm writing it. If you're able to imagine, okay, fine.
Okay.
No, that's what, see, I cannot write only equations. Huh? So therefore, I just took some basic diagram. To support the diagram, I'm assuming things like this. Huh? Okay, you be alert. So there can be questions of very arbitrary way, that one, huh? Okay, some 4 or 5 questions left over. So I'll give the answer also. Try to think over on them. Huh? Okay, thank you all of you. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye. See you.